Hi, welcome to the Ingrown Work From Anywhere series with LogMeIn. This session is going to be our GoToConnect Masterclass. With me, Joy Andrews, Solution Architect here at Ingram Micro.
And I'm John Smead, Senior System Engineer for LogMeIn.
So we just thought we'd start off by just talking about some of the things that are going on in the market at the minute. Well, we all know it's growing, right, for obvious reasons, but $145 billion by 2025 this market's going to be worth. So you can see why we're also interested in which are going to be the right products and how we're going to take a good slice of that market, you know, that's ever growing.
Yeah, one of the main pieces around, our specific offering for that and GoToConnect, we really wanted to be the most reliable platform. We wanted to include a lot of features just for free, and it kind of leads into the affordability prospect as well, where you know we want it to be simple and easy. We don't want to charge an arm and a leg for it. The really the backbone of this is our telephony system, and really one of the big differentiators for us is that we've wrapped in GoToMeeting into the package. So it's a leader. It has proven technologies, nothing really new, but we also included in our bundle, 2,500 inclusive minutes to international call destinations. So if you have multinational clients, it's a huge selling point for them, where they don't, they're probably used to being charged per minute. For those international call destinations, we include 52 countries in our bundle.
I think that's really key as well. That's what makes this a really valuable proposition because so many of your competitors, shall we say, either don't offer the same amount of minutes or don't offer the same international calling countries. So it's a really strong proposition, actually, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially as we move to a remote-centric world,
Yeah.
with everyone just working from home, if they're having to forward their calls to mobiles, they're not really set up on the back end to work remotely. This kind of shrinks down and combines all those different technologies into one and gives you more features than you probably had before.
Yeah.
The five high level advantages are going to be the improved reliability and performance. Just bar none, we have active on the back end with our data centers. We have a more powerful and more inclusive telephone system. That means you're not going to be nickel and dime for, if I need to add in a call queue, if I need to throw another auto attendant IVR, as well as just setting that up, setting up your call flow, setting up your workflows. It's going to be, it's very visual. It's going to be a lot easier and a lot less time on training as well. Our customer support is all in-house. So meaning, when you reach out to us for help, it's all LogMeIn employees. We don't outsource any of that. And again, touching on that minute package, that's just an incredible amount of minutes you get included in the license cost. You're talking a virtual conferencing, GoToMeeting. You're talking a fully hosted cloud PBX system and 2,500 minutes. That's just something that's not on the market that a lot of our competitors don't have. So I'm going to go ahead and start share my screen, and I'm going to hop into, just what a day in the life of a GoToConnect user is, how they would work, how they would flow, how do they communicate with each other. And then we'll take a look at the PBX backend, how would I set up a user, how do I set up my call flow, and just kind of get a feeling for what it's like to actually use GoToConnect. And you'll see right off the bat, we have, the whole idea behind GoToConnect is however I communicate with someone, I just want to be able to access it from here. So email, chat, messaging, video calls like this, audio calls. We want everything to be accessible through this one single pane of glass. And you'll see I have a fully featured contact directory. We have built-in presence. This is really a highlight for receptionists. And Joy, I'm not sure if you've worked with a lot of the power users of the system, the telephone system, the main switchboard operators. But what we've heard is, they love this because they can see everyone's status,
Yeah,
right off the bat.
that's the key thing, because we used to sell obviously those reception phones where you've got all those add-on modules, like they'd have 100 keys bolted onto a phone on the desk. And now to be able to visualize it all on the screen, it's just like mind-blowing, but it's really useful.
Yeah, and they love just being able to, say for
Yeah.
example, click on someone's name, and then I can communicate with them however I need to. Excuse me. So for example, if I need to send Shaba a message, if I need to make a phone call to him, if I need to jump into his meeting room, I can do that all at a click of a button just by clicking on his name. So very easy to communicate that way. I'm going to go ahead and show you just what it looks like from the perspective of, actually making a call in this situation. I'm going to go ahead and place an inbound call to myself and just show you what a receptionist would actually, go through, what they would experience here. Give me 1 second while I get my phone to go ahead and make that call. So I'm going to show you what it's like to actually make a phone call from the system. You notice I just click on my phone icon over here, and then even if I have to call someone from outside of my contact directory, someone that's not on the system itself, I can go ahead and click in here, click the name, and make a call to them. And you'll see I have a couple more call control options when I'm actually on an active call. You can see I have mute, transfer. Let me pick it up on my cell phone over here. But this is another reason why receptionists love this, right? To imagine training someone on the system, right? Simply enter in the name of the person you're trying to call, and then transfer a call, to, let's say, for example, I need to transfer to Chava in this instance. Tap in the name. I can see if he's available or not. I can see if he's in a meeting. Since we kind of combined all those different methods of communication into this single pane of glass, I don't want to bother him at this point, so I'm just going to hang up the call. But again, really simple, really easy to actually get in and start using as a new user. With remote working again being an issue, people are sometimes hesitant to get into new software. It's too much change, too much to handle in these stressful times. With this, you get more features, you get better usability. Really, as long as you have an internet connection, you're going to be online, right? You're going to have access to this with messaging, calls, and video. Let me show you what the video functionality actually looks like. I did touch base on it. Basically, what we've done is we've wrapped GoToMeeting into this interface as well. So on top of the 100+ voice features you also get a built-in, Gartner Magic Quadrant leading video solution. So you'll see everyone gets their own personalized meeting room link. I can send this out to folks to join in, like we're hosting this meeting on today, email this invitation out. You also notice that I actually have my calendar integrated into this. This is part of our overall Microsoft strategy. We integrate into Outlook calendars, Google calendars, really focusing on efficiency there. So I no longer have to go to Outlook to join my meetings. I can simply come in here and click on the link and it joins automatically. Let me show you what the meeting room experience looks like. It is a little different if you are a GoToMeeting user. It looks a little different from GoToMeeting. You'll notice that the screen actually goes dark in this situation. It kind of signifies I've entered my virtual meeting room, right? But the functionality is largely the same. With sharing your screen, inviting attendees is quite a bit easier now. Recording is all here, chat, really the basic functionality which you get. Locking your meeting rooms. But where this shines, the added benefit that we get from this is in a use case that everyone has been in. We're all in a meeting and we're all waiting for, the one person to actually show up that needs to be in the meeting. Let's say I'm hosting it. I'm waiting for them to join in. What I can do is I can actually click off my meeting room and give them a call, right? Let's say, for example, in this one, I'm waiting for Chava again. simply type in the name of the person you're waiting for. I can give them a call. I can send him a message. I can see if he's busy on another call. I can communicate with him outside of the meeting. And then when I finally get a hold of him, when I finally send the link, he's come back in. I click back in here and it's like I never left, right? So that efficiency is something that's just, it really brings a lot of value to the proposition. The other aspect I will say, it's hard to encapsulate how much we give away with our license or how much is included. You will see that our recording is also included in here. And so you'll see my recordings down here as well. This is free of charge. All the meetings that you record, they all are transcribed. They have advanced sharing options. Actually, if I'm sharing a PowerPoint presentation, it'll actually grab the different PowerPoint screens for me. You'll see these at the bottom. These are the different screens that notice that I was on. But advanced sharing tools, everything's transcribed. So very useful to come back to your meeting notes and just say, I remember him talking about this one specific item. I can come back and search a transcription and hop right back to the video, right? So very powerful tools on the back end. But again, it's something that's included with the license cost. But that's a pretty typical day in the life of a user. It solves a lot of problems with remote working. The next piece, and Joy, I'll probably kick it over to you. Is there anything else that you saw in here that you wanted to highlight out that I may have skipped over?
I mean, I don't think so. What I like about it is how fluid the interface is. It's so self-explanatory. Like you say, anybody that's taking this on for the first time isn't going to struggle with how to get to grips with it. I think it's really, really, powerful tool, to be fair, for any business. I did have a few questions, I guess, more around some of the stuff you may be coming on to, like maybe whether you can set up call queues and auto attendant, and how easy it is to kind of manage your users in the platform and things. That
Yeah,
side of things.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for bringing up the call queues. We do have a contact center offering that I won't include in this video just due to time. We can spend
Oh
hours
yeah.
on that, but I will show you, some of the wallboard, the classic wallboard that we have here, and then I'll dive into, the actual back end, the actual admin part that we talked about before. This is the admin portal. You can set up, you route your phone numbers, you create your users, you make those ring groups, for example. And where most admins live, when I'm talking about spinning up a system and getting it running, most of the time will be spent actually in our dial plan editor. This is where we make our call flow, right? Someone calls your number, what happens? And this is where the flexibility of the platform really shines through. As well as it comes through with the training, right? To have someone trained to actually make a somewhat complex call flow on other platforms usually takes a bit of time. If we're talking Mitel or Cisco, there's advanced certifications that you have to
Gonna
get.
say, yeah, I can remember all that. And one
Yep.
keystroke will wipe the whole system out.
Yep.
Yeah, not great.
Our whole model is more geared towards, not the traditional IT. You don't need a certificate to build a phone system on our platform. Maybe an hour or so long training, and then you're going to be able to make your own system. And I'll show you how here. It's, in my mind, it's always been like Legos. I simply just drag over what I want to have happen to the canvas, and then I click them together with those red dots, right? Okay, so I've introduced a schedule. When we're open, I'm going to have it route to an auto attendant, IVR type system. Press 1 for sales, two for support, 3 for billing.
And John, could I just ask you, is this in the standard GoToConnect, or is this
Yes.
what you get? It is, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
This is the standard GoToConnect, the contact center offering. That's more on the
It's
front
just,
end, the supervisor ability.
okay.
But from here, this is where the flexibility comes in. What do you want to have happen? Well, let's go ahead and route to a call queue. Then we can drop it to an external number, a mobile number, for example. We have modify caller IDs. So if we have multiple call queues going at once, multiple agents logged into multiple call queues, we can actually tell them beforehand what the call is going to be about. If they're typically a sales rep, but they want to handle some support calls, we can tell them automatically. You can see
That's
we
pretty
have
cool.
over 20 different nodes 20 different ways we can interact with this call. And it's really great to scale up and down, right? We can make it as simple as we need to, or we can get very, very complex. But the flexibility is there, and it's not going to affect your bottom line. Say you're starting a new marketing campaign, you need to spin up a new call queue for that. That's not going to affect your bottom line. All our features are inclusive with that. So that's just a basic, overview of what admins typically spend their time on and what the interface actually looks like.
And I guess, is there training or like demo accounts that our resellers can access to be able to spin this up as a service for their customer base?
Yes, absolutely. So resellers do have access to their own demo account. Well, they'll have all this functionality in there. Onboarding is typically done with myself or one of my colleagues. We'll sit down and train you on the different items, give you kind of a, here's what we typically see, here's your best practices, as well as
Yeah.
a vast online resource. Sure.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
So that was all I had prepared for the demo. I hope you all found it informative, and please follow up with Joy or myself on any questions that you do have.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say, just give a shout out to your Ingram account manager if you want to know any more, or if you've got any opportunities you think this could fit for, then we can certainly, work alongside you to help bring those through to close. Yeah, just give us a shout if there's anything more you need.
All right. Thanks, Joy.
Thank you.